T, beloveds, and I love when you guys question me. Please question me, because that's how this wisdom is able to lift itself to higher sustainability in within itself for all of us. We are just one mind. And yes, the mind is carnal, but let me tell you why the mind is carnal. The mind is carnal because we taught it. And the word became flesh and made its dwelling, and we made it our only begotten son. That's why the mind is carnal. And surely if you eat from that tree of good and evil, you shall die. That's why the mind is carnal. Beloveds, when we talk about religion or when we talk about that Bible, we can't go off of man's word. We know man's word is nothing but beliefs. But you being the human and being the being, you are a biological being. Biological, that means without you, this body, and without the cell of this body, and without the blood of the body, there would be no existence at all, period. So that means you are biological. And that means that you have a state of being greater than what man can ever teach you or tell you, unless he is going back to the root of nature and trying to explain it to you. See, man only want to tell you their perception, generational perceptions. But I can go generational as well, and I try to use them both, human nature and root nature. There's two, a higher and the lower, but all we tend to touch bases on is the lower state of being. And I wouldn't want no one to believe that they were the body. No one. You are not the body. You are the DNA of this body by just the word eating from the tree of good and evil, beloved. So that's why I would never want you to be the body, because the body eats from the tree of good and evil. Surely if you eat from that tree of good and evil, you shall die. So I would never want to teach you that you are the body, but I would have to teach you, being an internal life coach, meaning that I take you to the root of your genetic code. I will take you back to the root of life, to existence, and I will help you walk through that journey, that wilderness that the body has taken us, plus our ancestors, and I will take us all back to the root of life and show us what spirit came to do for this body, not what man or woman came to do for this body by eating from that tree of good and evil. We didn't come here to eat from the tree of good and evil. That was our downfall as humans. And that's why we have no understanding of the root nature in which we really are. And then you have people that will take this understanding, man's understanding, and they start religions and cults and all kind of stuff with it, and then they lead you under their understanding. But I don't teach you man's understanding. I teach you a biological understanding that no one can dispute. Permanent, beloveds. When you want to have permanent health, when you want to have permanent sustainability, when you want to have permanent life,